When coat styles dictate a shorter length, you can choose to go out and buy a new one or shorten the one that you already have. I'll show you how. Here's a pretty woolen coat with a velvet collar, lined of course, and covered velvet buttons. Really worth making the length that the client desires. At the fitting, the client and I decided that the coat needed to be hemmed up 10 inches. Have someone help you determine what the proper length should be for your coat. The nature of coats inside out is that they have a substantial facing behind the buttons and the buttonholes. Oftentimes the lining is attached at the hem. This one is not. Sometimes coats have a vent in the back. This one does not. How you would handle sewing a vent would be the same way that you would handle the front plackets and facing. Begin marking off the 10 inches. Connect your lines. Determine how wide your hem is going to be. 2 inches on this hem. Let's do the same thing. Do this all along the bottom edge of the coat. Mark off 10 inches from the bottom of the lining, not from the bottom of the coat. We need to figure out now how much of a hem to add to this lining. Looking at the existing lining, it looks like there's a good 1.5 inches of lining. Some of that 1.5 inches is tucked under, about 1/4 inch of it. This particular lining hem is blind hemmed. I'm going to show you how to straight stitch this lining hem rather than blind hemming, since most home sewers don't actually have a blind hemmer. You can, of course, opt to hand sew your hem so that it looks like blind hemming. As well, the coat has been some form of blind hemmed too, but we're going to actually hand stitch our new hem. In the end, I've decided to add 2 inches to the lining hem as well. At this point, in order to be able to cut along our new cutting lines on the lining and the coat, we need to separate the lining from the coat . Okay, that's really good. Nice job.